Shalom, Israel. Want to start off, give all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BAHASHAM, KaQuadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who teach and rule well at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the 144,000, and to the hopeful elect, and to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom. Back with another lesson. Another vexed day in Babylon. I'll probably title this one, They Did Worse Than Their Fathers. And this is gonna go out to the 2/3 of Israel, of Jacob. This is to you so-called Native Americans, Indians, you so-called Latinos, and you so-called Negroes. This one is for you. Because, you know, I had to go in on this one because I went to 7-Eleven earlier, to grab some milk for my daughter. And there was a Jake brother in there, and there was a Jake sister in there. Judah, and the Judite, she had 3 kids. She had 2 sons, and she had like a 9-year-old daughter. She had 2 younger sons that were probably about 5, 6, and then the daughter was like 9 or 10. And you know who works in 7-Eleven? Ishmael. They're in there. But anyway, one Ishmaelite is at one register, then another Ishmaelite is at the other register. And one is helping Jake brother, and one is helping the Judite, the Judah brother, Jake brother. He's he paying for his stuff. I'm waiting, and he's talking to the dude, the Ishmaelite behind the register, and he telling him, oh yeah, everything's good. It's a good day, and you read, and And Ishmaelite like looking at him like, yeah. He said, he said, I have the book. I have the Quran. You like the Quran? You read the Quran? And the Ishmaelite dude said, yeah. And he said, yeah, I got my copy. I got it. And then he paid for his money. I mean, he paid for his stuff, and he and ended up saying, I don't want to say it, what them is, what the Muslims retelling each other. And the Judah brother walked out there. I'm thinking in my head, man. Then, on the other hand, the Judite lady, she couldn't have been no more than, between 35 and 40. But she got her kids in the store, and she buying, like 5 Swisher packs, and yelling at her kid, get your butt over here. Kids running around the store. I'm there. I said, man, we're through, man. And Ishmael behind there, it's a couple of them, working. They looking, and I'm like, man, it's bad, man. It's bad. It's bad. The Lord has punished us. He's punished us. The Lord has done Israel in. There is just absolutely no way you small hats over there in Israel claiming to be the people. You don't fit the scriptures. You don't fit the scriptures. The Lord makes it clear over and over and over. His people will be pushed from far from their borders in Israel, to a land far and brought in on slave ships. They weren't brought in on no trucks. They would be scattered all over the world in every nation. And don't nobody want to be like the small hats. They all want to be like Israel, and starting with the head tribe of Judah. Don't nobody want to be like the small hats, man. I'm sorry. Don't nobody want to be like you small hats, man. It's clear. It's clear. They want to be like Judah and down, all the way down from Judah and all the way from the rest of the tribes down. That's who the world want to be like, man. And they look at the Latinos and Native American Indians, man. That's who the world want to be like. There's no way you small hats are the people, and it's being revealed right now. The Lord's going to remove you out of that land, and he's going to bring back the real 12 lost tribes of Israel. There's 12 tribes. It isn't just one. And you're Amalek. Like he says, he's going to war with Amalek from generation to generation. And anybody of the seed of Esau, Edom, will be cut off by slaughter and cast away forever. Period. But this is going into you 2/3 Jakes. You got a lot of Uncle Toms. That's old Jakes. Like I said, 50, 60, and that old wine. Still calling on Jesus Christ, still kissing Esau's butt, you're a Hebrew Israelite. You're not black. You're a Hebrew Israelite. All you old whiners, born in the 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s. You're a Hebrew Israelite, man. And the Lord makes this clear in this book. But he's only dealing with the elect. So I'm going to go straight into this, man. Because I had to do a lesson on this. Because this is where we're at in 2000 and going in 2000. We're in 2021 going into 2022. This is where we're at. You 2/3, if you don't call on Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWAHSHI and understand and come back to your heritage, because our people are lost. The Lord said he was going to do that too. You're not going to remember who you were, man. He's going to strip you bare and cast you and have you serve in the land of your enemies. Everybody else can go, you go to Moab, you go to Ishmael, you go to the Japanese, Ammon, you go to all them different nations, and you ask those people who are their ancestors and have they been there, and they'll be able to tell you everything, man. My great-great-grand, they still got all the history facts and pictures. Their family still lives over there, If you ask Jake, they tell you I'm from Oakland, California. I'm from San Francisco. My family ain't from no Israel. I'm from North Carolina. My family was born and raised in North Carolina. I don't know nothing about no Israel. My family from Cincinnati, Ohio. I lived in Cincinnati, Ohio. That's where all my family from. Same thing with Latinos too. From Mexico, Mexico pride. Same thing with Native Americans. They want to claim this land, even though, you know, this is where you came to, but originally from Israel. You're Israelites, man. But Jake don't want to hear this, man. Jake don't want to hear it. And that's why the Lord is he's gonna do away with the 2/3. You still, you know, the 2/3, our people are gone, man. All tattooed up from, you know, my neighbor next door that I live, you know, where I live, you know, he got I don't know what they got going on, man. Got tattoos all over his face. I think he's from that tribe of Ephraim, man. Tattoos all over your face. The girls got tattoos from head to toe all over your face. You know, tattooing up your bodies. You're smoking weed. You're smoking meth. You know, you're doing all type of drugs. You know, adultery. You see another man's wife or a girl, you want to hop on her and try to take her. You know, stealing and robbing and gangbanging. You know, and you're still trying to beat Esau at their own game, whatever it is. You're still trying to beat the system. You're gone. 2/3 of Israel is just gone. The little kids, the little girls, little boys, they're gone. You know, they look up to Nicki Minaj and Chris Brown and all these different entertainers, and that's not it. That's not it. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, you know, they look up to them. They don't look up to, you know, Isaiah and Jeremiah and Apostle Paul, you know, and ultimately YAHAWAHSHI, King David. They don't look up to these people, man. They don't look up to the kings, the prophets. Through. So I'm gonna go in real quick. I got a couple of precepts. I can go all day with this. It says we're gonna go to Isaiah 58:1, and it reads, "Cry aloud, spare not. Cry aloud, spare not." Don't matter who you defend. Mama, daddy, brother, uncle, cousin, friend, mom. It don't matter. You cry aloud and spare not. You preach this word. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet. You cry aloud and spare not, and lift up thy voice like a trumpet. Those are specific orders from Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. "And show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins." You're sinning. You're going off. You don't celebrate none of the holy days. None of them. You know what you 2/3 Jakes like to do? You want to celebrate Christmas and Halloween and Easter, you know, and Mother's Day and Father's Day. You know, you want to celebrate those days. Those are not your days. Holy day. We celebrate what the Lord says. His holy days. Passover, Feast of Tabernacles. You know, the list goes on. The Sabbath. He said, keep this, if I'm roughly paraphrasing it, in the 10 Commandments, keep the Sabbath and keep it holy. You don't keep it holy. You're not even thinking about, out of all the days, of one day to keep it holy. I mean, it's pitiful, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, 2/3 of you are finished, man. You're gone. Cry aloud and spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet. Show show my people their transgressions and the house of Jacob their sins. You know? So let's go over to, I'm just going to breeze through this. Jeremiah. We're going to go right over to Jeremiah, right next door. Jeremiah and Jeremiah 2:19. It says, this is what he tells. This is Jeremiah saying, thine own wickedness. This is what the Lord is saying. Thine own wickedness shall correct thee, and thy backsliding shall reprove thee. Know therefore and see that it is in an evil thing bitter, that thou hast forsaken Yahawah, thy God, thy power, and that my fear is not in thee, saith Yahawah BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, power of host. You see that? Thine own wickedness shall correct thee. That's what YAHAWAHSHI is saying. Thine own wickedness shall correct thee. All that trying to rob, and then you turn around, you rob, you steal something, you think you get away, and then here come the police or Esau and them, they come get you. You mess around and get 30 years for whatever it is. That's because your wickedness. You turn around, you're trying to pimp and prostitute on Israel, you know, the women, and trying to, you know, do all type of other wickedness that you go on. Then you turn around, Esau come get you, or you end up getting killed. That's your wickedness correcting you. For of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands, and thou saidest, I will not transgress. When upon every high hill and under every green tree thou hast wondrous playing the harlot. You know, you go a little over here, a little over there. You didn't mess with everybody. Israel didn't mess with everybody. Everybody didn't have a little piece of Israel. All nations. Contaminated, filthy. You've done everything the other nations in the, you know, you're eating pork, you know, you're eating crab and shrimp and think that you're on top of the world. You eat $1 million lifestyles, you know, you've adopted their customs, you know, Merry Christmas, you know, Easter, Thanksgiving, you know, Cinco de Mayo, you know, all these, you've everything. You're a harlot, the Lord said. Israel. Yet I planted thee a noble vine, holy a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? The Lord's calling you a degenerate. You're degenerate. Degenerate, man. You're royal, holy people. Holy royalty. Let's go. I'm going to hop over just due to time consume. 28. We'll hop over to 28. But where are thy gods that thou hast made thee? Where's your gods? You know, New Year's, you know, like I said, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Where's all those gods? Where's all of them? The Lord is saying. Let them arise if they can save thee in the time of trouble. Let me read it one more time. But where are thy gods that thou hast made thee? Let them arise if they can save thee in the time of trouble. For according to the number of thy cities are thy gods of Judah. There's a time of trouble coming, man. There's a time of trouble coming. Jacob's trouble. The Lord is going to unleash terror on this globe, and it's coming after Israel. He's not going to miss. He's not going to miss. I'm going to go over to I can go on all day with this too. Man. Whew. Jeremiah 7:24. We'll start at 22. Jeremiah 7:22. For I spake not unto your fathers, nor commanded them in the day that I brought them out of the land of Egypt concerning burnt offerings or sacrifices. 23. But this thing commanded I them, saying, obey my voice, and I will be your God. Obey my voice. Listen to me. Listen. And ye shall be my people, and walk ye all in the ways that I have commanded you, that it may be well unto you. Follow the law to the best of your abilities. Come back to this book, fellowship with the prophets and with Israel, get to know your heritage. Just don't go off what your little pastor, Sunday pastor is saying, speaking on prosperity, you Christians. Everything's good. Don't worry. Eat the whole roll. Come back and learn about your heritage and follow his commandments, his law, statutes, and commandments. But they hearken not. But they hearken not. You know what you want to do? You want to go to the club. You want to go to, get on TikTok. You get on Facebook, posting all the pictures, acting like everything is just beautiful, going all these different places, putting all these pictures on social media. Like I said, celebrating Christmas and Halloween and Thanksgiving, all these other holidays. You're not celebrating holy day, and you're not doing thus said the Lord. You're not going off the dietary menu, the law. You're not celebrating none of the holy days. You don't want to stop doing wickedness. You're trying to holler at somebody's man or somebody's wife, or stealing and robbing and gangbanging and glorifying all the wickedness. Want to make guns. Have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 guns in your home and be all tattooed up and act all hard. You want to continue to do wickedness. So that's why the Lord says, but they hearken not. They hearken not, nor incline their ear, but walked in the counsel and in the imagination of their evil heart, and went backward and not forward. Since the day 25, since the day that your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt unto this day, I have even sent unto you all my servants, the prophets, daily rising up early and sending them out. I've sent my prophets, starting with the apostles at Great Millstone, and the elders at Great Millstone. and the prophets at great millstone, and all the way down to the 1/3 of the men, even the women. Because the Lord said, I'm going to use your sons and daughters to prophesy. But the Lord is dealing with men. And there's a few women that's, teaching their children, their kids, about this word, that they're Israelites, that are Jakes. But he has sent the Lord, this word has been out. Starting with High Priest Ariah and Elder Bivens, Shalom, all the way down. This word has went forth. It's went forth. You don't want to listen. They're out there on the highways and hedges. You don't want to hear it. These sit-down lessons, you know what you're clicking on? When you get on the tube, you're clicking on, Chris Brown, went inside his limo and took a girl, or, Kobe Bryant, showing off his mansion. You walk past the camps, and want to go into a restaurant and a little slash bar and grill and want to go hang out all day and all night and smoke weed and do drugs and, dress all provocative or acting like you got $1 million. And, the word, this word is went out just and constantly mock and scorn the apostles and the elders and the prophets. You don't care nothing about this word. The Lord has sent forth his word all the way through, all over this globe. But Israel, 2/3 of Jake, they don't give a, you don't care. So the Lord is going to do away with you. Let me go to this real quick, because there's trouble coming. I'm going to close out on this. I could go all day with that too. But I had to do this lesson because I seen that this morning. And, it was just, that's pitiful, man. Gone. Completely gone. So I'm going to hop right into Isaiah 65:12. It's 65:12. It says, therefore will I number you to the sword. The Lord's going to number you to the sword, Israel. 2/3 of you. He's going to number you to the sword. The Lord's the power, just be prepared. The Lord's going to put the spirit on Esau to turn off the power. The power's going off. All your little Facebook and TikTok and trying to hang out, the Lord, that's number one. This power is going off. Cut it off, Esau. Cut it off. 2, a pestilence, more pestilence is coming. You'll be in the dark, and there's going to be a different type of disease going around that Esau is going to put out. 3, and the food. This is some harsh judgment the Lord is going to send through the world, but ultimately to 2/3 of Israel. He said you can't escape. It's without and within. No power, a disease going around, lack of food, cold. Those animals are going to be running around because animals are out too. He's going to use animals to get you. And like he said, Esau going to use the beast of the field to get you, Israel. And there's natural disasters coming too. There's absolutely no way around this because you don't want to listen. Therefore, will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. You didn't listen. And how is he calling? Just like I'm doing the sit down right now, doing the video. You don't want to listen. This will get one view, if that, one view. But, you know, a girl, you know, combing her hair, you know, putting on her lipstick, that'll get 25,000 views. A girl putting on lipstick and combing her hair and talking about, you know, what should I go with this guy or should I go with that guy? That'll get about 25,000, 30 views. When this judgment and when this come out, when all this, because like I said, we're seconds away from this. You know, it's pure terror coming. They're gonna be calling on the Lord. But like he said, when I called, you did not spake. When I spake, or Salakia, when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore, thus said Yahawah, BAHASHAM YAHAWAHSHI, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice. Yes, can't wait. Let's go, YAHWAHSHI. Shut all this off. Shut it off. Bring that terror. Because this is a promise that the Lord is going, he's going to take care of those that have came back to their heritage and to their power and served him and did the best they can to try to keep the law, statutes, and commandments and serve him and stop doing wickedness. Rejoice. My servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. You're going to be ashamed, 2/3. So this is I'm gonna just call this Jacob 2/3, you know, 2.0 or something. I don't know. But Jake, you gone. 2/3 of you, Jake. You Negroes, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. 2/3 of you are gone. Through. And don't know what to do from here to Beirut. So with that, it's judgment coming. It's judgment coming. That's a promise. The Lord is going to shut this power off. The power is going off. It's going off, Israel. And it's going to be hell on, it's going to be terror on the streets. Lack of food. So get right or get left. But with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHWAHSHI, BAHASHAM, Rakah, Quadash. Shalom, Israel.